Working Class Beer Reviews is looking at kcbier Company's Fest Bier. kcbier Company's Fest Bier is their Oktoberfest. It's early November now, but there's still some Oktoberfest for sale. kcbier Company, obviously Kansas City. It's a fairly young craft beer company in Kansas City. They do a lot of traditional German style beers, and they stick pretty close to the book. They have some more adventurous styles, but their main styles are very traditional. So it says right around the label here, traditional German style beer using only malt, hops, water, and yeast. So they're doing like their Reinheitsgebot style. It says decocted Vienna style lager. Vienna style lager, that seems weird because normally a Oktoberfest, it's a Marzen style. Marzen style being a little maltier, a little darker. Actually, if you Google kcbier Fest Bier, it goes to their website, and the beer nerd has a question and answer about, and he explains why is a Fest Bier a Vienna style lager. And it shows the research that this particular person in the company did to choose a Vienna style over a Marzen style, because actually, I guess, as time has gone on, they've actually, in Germany, have stepped away from the super malty style because they want it to be a little more sessionable, or what they actually say is crushable. They quoted Paul Honor when they said that. So someone from Paul Honor said they wanted something a little more crushable. So it might still be a little higher in alcohol, but it's not as heavy. Not quite as deep and malty, but this 5.5% alcohol, 25 IBUs. It says the color is reddish gold. 100% imported Vienna and Pilsner malts, which give the beer its reddish gold color and biscuit and caramel honey malt flavors. Bavarian grown Hallertau Mittelfrüh hops provide moderate bitterness to balance the rich malt, while cold lagering with our Bavarian lager yeast creates a crisp, clean finish. The official beer of our KC Oktoberfest. Fest Bier was awarded a 96 rating by the Beer Connoisseur magazine, and also was named the 10th best beer of 2018 in the magazine's top 100 beers of 2018. Click the magazine logo below to read the review. So check out their website. It's actually very comprehensive. It tells you what kind of mug to pour it in and things like that. So today I am using this dimpled mug, which you find pretty commonly. I'm not going to do a big old tankard, but this is kind of German looking, very Oktoberfest looking. It's a pry off. Here's a look at the cap. Packaged on 7/24/19, so in the summertime. Best by 12/24/19. So it's not super fresh, but you know, it's made to be drank in October, or enjoyed in October. So little bit of smoke there. Get that for me, and we're gonna pour it right in here. See what we got here. Got a nice tall head on there. It's a little like a dark golden. It's not so much reddish. What does it say? Reddish gold. I guess that's right. So Vienna style lager is Vienna, is over there in Europe. So it's supposed to be like a traditional style. It's obviously a Marzen style is a little more caramel colored, so this is gonna be lighter, almost, yeah, kind of reddish. So if you think of Samuel Adams is supposedly like a Vienna style lager, Dos Equis, Ambar, I want to say they try to say that Victoria is, and I know other craft companies like Sierra Nevada makes a Vienna lager that's actually delicious. I don't get to try it I only can find it in a sampler in my area, and I don't buy Sierra Nevada that often because it's kind of expensive. This, it's about the same price as most craft beers. I think I got it on sale for like $7.99 for a 6-pack. So yeah, it's not something I'm going to get very often. And I just happened to see it, and I was like, you know what, I'll try it, especially for a review. So the head's going down just a little bit, but sticking around there on top. It is like a reddish gold color. You got some streaming bubbles up there. You know, just got this traditional dimple style mug. Trying to just go with the flow on this one. Let it, you know, go with their suggestion. So let's give it a smell. Yeah, still very malty. Yeah, just a strong grain, very Euro lager. Like a, if you've ever had like Beck's Oktoberfest and all, and you're like, is this really working class? Yeah, if you treat yourself once in a while, of course it can be. It's not something that, I'm not admitting to having this very often. And I did get it on sale. Yeah, so it smells nice. It's pretty rich. I don't really smell much bitterness though, but I guess that's more in the flavor. Yeah, straight up malt right at first. I taste a little bit of hoppiness. It's very grassy, so it's very much like a Heineken Beck's-ish. I mean, it's more flavorful than that, but it very much gives you that Euro style lager, very German style lager taste. I wouldn't say, I don't feel like it's 25 IBUs, but that it could be 25 IBUs just to balance out the maltiness. So they had to give it more hops in order for it to not be too sweet. It is sweet, but not like malt liquor sweet. I mean, this still does taste like an Oktoberfest type beer. I'm getting that vibe, that feel from it. I've had a few other Oktoberfests. I've had, like I said, I've had the Beck's, I've had the Samuel Adams. Those are the real big popular ones. And then Boulevard in Kansas City makes a Bob's 47, I think it's, yeah. And I've had it in a bottle and on draft. You might, in Kansas City area, find this on draft, especially last month back in October. I know they have an Oktoberfest there at the brewery, somewhere downtown, I think. I'm sure that Boulevard participates in that too, or has their own possibly. They have a Boulevardia. I think that's actually in September. Something like that. It's kind of a big deal. They have live music and stuff like that. But we're not talking about Boulevard. We're talking about kcbier. Nice young company that's up and coming and obviously does great quality. I don't think they're looking to expand widely, so pretty much any state that touches Missouri, closer to the Kansas City side, which would be the western side of Missouri, probably will see this and have access to this. The farther out you get, I doubt that you'll be able to see this. So if you're in the Kansas City area, you might keep an eye out. They have Dunkel, Helles, Pilsner. I've got a Der Bauer, which is like a farmhouse style that I've got saved away for a review. They're getting ready for their winter Doppelbock coming out like probably later on this month, up to next month. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on one of those. What else? Oh, they do a Maibach, which is kind of an amber lager, which is probably similar to this here. But anyway, yeah, no, it's clean. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. No, I'm not going to buy this all the time. It'd be too expensive. So, but once in a while, I think it's nice to treat yourself to a good craft beer, a good, you know, step up in flavor and character. You know, if that's your thing. So, yeah. If you're in the Missouri area or, you know, you got friends passing through, tell them to pick some up for you and so you can try it. A couple years ago, they did a little wine beer stroll downtown here in Sedalia. And the KC Beer Company was at Fitter's, I believe. Yeah. Fitter's Pub. And they gave out samples of their different styles. And I was very pleased with all their samples. So I think it's cool that people go with the traditional styles. Because a lot of companies have been going wackadoo with all their flavored beers and trying all sorts of crazy stuff. And I'm like, I mean, I guess it's okay, but sometimes it's nice to get down to basics and really understand what did this stuff taste like, you know, years ago when these styles came out, you know, decades, centuries, whatever. When they made it with the regular ingredients by themselves, without extra flavoring or anything like that. Obviously, they use probably more archaic means to doing it, but still, is this close to what it would have tasted like back then? You know, in the mid-1800s or possibly earlier. You know, I don't know when the official, I guess I should have done research on that, when the official first Oktoberfest was, you know, carried out. I know it's in Munich, I think it's in Munich, Germany, and only breweries that are in Munich or in the surrounding area of Munich can participate in Oktoberfest. So you got like Eyinger, Paulaner, Spaten, I think Spaten, Lowenbrau, stuff like that. So a lot of those companies make all sorts of different varieties that we don't actually get in the States, or they're harder to find in the States. They don't always import all those. So they make all sorts of different flavors that they try. So anyway, probably just rambling and babbling on. I appreciate you watching. Wearing my little hat here that my wife bought me. She has a booth at a antique place, and she, you know, I saw this and she got this for me. So I kind of like it, a little flat cap, little cabbie hat, you know. So I thought I'd just wear that. But thank you for watching this video. Thanks for, you know, taking the time out. And I hope you get to try this if you live in the area. And if you have, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've tried it, if you've had it, or any of the KC Bier products. They're all really good, very high quality. So, you know that when you can taste it like that, like you do with these, you understand that they're doing things right. So I highly recommend that you guys check them out. And I will see you guys later.